It's your boy, the original waffler. It's Mustafa, and we are back after a long time. So without further ado, this is a new series called Waffler Talks Football, or WTF, or what the you get what I'm saying? Been watching a lot of sport podcasts over the past year or so, and I really wanted to get into the action just for a bit of fun. And today we're going to be discussing a massive topic. Are the top four still the top four? So the big four in football have for a long time been known as Manchester United, of course, Arsenal, Liverpool and Chelsea. The biggest four clubs in the Premier League, for a long time. Now, you couldn't really argue with that in the past because you've got the likes of Manchester United, who, as much as I hate to admit it as a Liverpool fan, they were incredible. When I was growing up, Manchester United were the team, and the football they played, absolutely incredible. Like, it was mad. And when you look back at it, the Sir Alex Ferguson times, we used to hate playing against Manchester United. All the teams used to hate playing against Manchester United because they were that team with the likes of Rooney, Ronaldo, Dimitar Berbatov. They had Tevez. They had an absolutely incredible team, and you really could not mess with them. You've also had Liverpool in the mix, which you could say they were the weakest of the top four back in the day. They did have the likes of Steven Gerrard and Michael Owen and Xavi Alonso, Javier Mascherano. We could go on all day, but were they brilliant? No, they were average. We used to aim for top four. If Liverpool got top four in a season, that's fantastic for them. They never really used to challenge for the title much, maybe one or two seasons here and there. I remember the one where Rafa Benitez was maybe a point off Manchester United. That was a brilliant season, but apart from that, you can't really say that Liverpool were in and around the mix, back then. Then you had Arsenal, the Invincibles. I really like Arsenal personally. I think Arsenal are an amazing team. If I wasn't a Liverpool fan, I probably would be an Arsenal fan because I love their style of football growing up. You had the likes of Thierry Henry, Patrick Vieira, Dennis Bergkamp. What a baller. Like, honestly, put some respect on his name. What a baller. But they had a brilliant team. They obviously were the Invincibles. And for me, they played the best football. Like, the best football I've seen to date has to be Arsenal back in the day. They were just another level, an absolute another level. Now, Chelsea. Obviously, when Roman Abramovich was the owner of Chelsea, and they had Jose Mourinho in place, they would win games, weren't amazing. They were tactically amazing, getting their 1-0s, but a win's a win, Lampard, Didier Drogba, what a striker. They had Samuel Eto'o at some point. Florent Malouda, Essien, John Terry. What a team. Like, what an incredible team Chelsea were back in the day. They were an absolute army, a tank. But how have things changed since 2013? Now, I've done 2013 for a particular reason. 10 years. We've now just gone into 2024. So it's class of 23-24 season. So we're going to go back to the 2013-2014 season. And let's just have a quick look. The contenders for the top four would potentially be Manchester United, Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea, Spurs, and obviously Man City. Now, before even continuing, let's just put Man City up there, because Man City are the best team in the world right now. They're the best team in the Premier League right now. I still think they're going to win the Premier League, but we'll save that for another video because they're just too good. They've got such a good team. They've got such a good manager in Pep Guardiola. And they have been the only team, I would say, that was not competing at all for the top four back in the day that have come now and are up there, up and in and around, And they top it for me. They are the best team in the Premier League, and we don't have to, we're going to go through what they've won. Obviously, the amazing treble that they had last season, which they were at the top anyways, but they're again at the top again. And then you've got the FIFA Club World Cup, which they really deserve that. What Pep Guardiola has done at Manchester City is nothing short of absolutely brilliant. He's a master. That's an absolute masterclass of managerial, tactical, technical, incredible talent. What else can I say? He's absolutely fantastic. And any team would love to have him as the manager. But Man City, without a word of the doubt, have to go straight in there. We can't really spend too much time on Man City because there's no arguments to be made. Like, they're just so good. They're just so good. And they have to be up there. And then you've got the likes of, let's move to Liverpool, because I do believe that at this current moment, Liverpool are the second best team in the Premier League and are the second best team of the bunch here. So Liverpool, obviously we went through how they were struggling. I'd say they were just about in the top four back in the day, but now they're very much cemented in that top four. You got the Premier League runners up 2020, 2013, 2014. UEFA Europa League 2013, 2014 runners up. Premier League runners up again 2018, 2019. Champions League winners 2018, 2019. UEFA Super Cup winners and FIFA World Club Cup winners in 2018, 2019. Premier League champions 2019, 2020 finally after 20 years. Football League Cup winners 21, 2022. FA Cup winners 21, 2022. So we did the Mickey Mouse double, but we still got them in the belt. Premier League runners-up again 21-22, Champions League runners-up again 21-22, and FA Community Shield winners in 2022. And we're now top of the table in the Premier League. We'll probably finish second or first, depending on what happens. Semi-finals of the League Cup again this season. FA Cup, we've just knocked Arsenal out, so we could be, going on a good run there. And they have come leap and bounds, since Jurgen Klopp. I think Jurgen Klopp's a massive, massive influence on the club. Obviously, when Brendan Rodgers was here, we did come close with Luis Suarez and Daniel Sturridge that season. That was a close we got. Yes, the Gerrard slip. I don't need to hear about it all the damn time. Yes, we know it was painful. I was in tears. It was horrible. But we came back and we won the Premier League again after 20 years. And it was the best feeling ever. But honestly, since then, Jurgen Klopp has won absolutely everything with Liverpool. There's not a single trophy that he has not won, apart from the Europa League with Liverpool. So that in itself is huge. Are they at City's level? I wouldn't say they're at City's level, but they're the only team who could come toe-to-toe with City, in my opinion, at this moment of time. What Klopp's done with that Liverpool team, especially now he's done a little Fergie as well, because Fergie was such a great manager because he won the Premier League and he won all Champions League and everything so many times. He won so many trophies, and it was because he had the ability to be able to shuffle around his players, to be able to almost revamp one squad and create a brand new squad to still go on and win the league. And I think Jurgen Klopp has got that in him. Like, He's done that. He's now in the process where he had Sadio Mane, he had Roberto Firmino, and he had Mo Salah, and he had Jordan Henderson and James Milner. He had that team, and now he's gone through a rebuild, but we're almost just as good. I wouldn't say we're better, but we're getting there, And I think that's a fantastic example of what Jurgen Klopp can do. Obviously, going back to Pep Guardiola, he's done that a few times. He's famous for getting rid of big players who you'd think, wow, why would he get rid of, for example, Raheem Sterling? Why would he get rid of Gabriel Jesus? Why would he get rid of Ilkay Gundogan? There's a lot of players, Leroy Sané. Why would he get rid of these players, but he replaces them with new, fresh talent? And he replaces them with players who are just as good or can be just as good. David Silva, gone. Bernardo Silva comes in. There's so many examples of what that Pep Guardiola has done. And Jurgen Klopp, again, he's done something similar. He's lost a lot of players, but he's gained a lot of players. And the way he's transformed Liverpool, he's really turned doubters to believers. He really has turned doubters to believers. Now let's move on swiftly to Manchester United. Now, what can I say? I can't say that I'm not happy having this discussion with you guys today, because I'm a Liverpool fan and I hate Manchester United more than I hate anyone else, any other club in this world. And I have no respect for them. I lie. That's harsh. I have a lot of respect for the old United. Do I like them? I hate them. It's like someone you really hate, but you've got to respect what they're doing. But now they're a laughing stock. They've been through managers. They've been through David Moyes, Louis van Gaal, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, whoever else they've had. It's been crazy. And now they've got to the great ETH, and we're not talking Ethereum, we're talking Erik ten Hag, the worst man. Now, he's not that bad, but he's I don't know what he's doing. I can't respect the guy. He's got no charisma. He's got no identity. They don't know what kind of football they're playing. And let's go through a few of what they've done since 2013. Okay, FA Community Shield 2013, FA Cup Respect 2015, 2016. FA Community Shield 2016. Where are these community shields? Community shields mean nothing. Football League Cup winners 2016, 2017, and UEFA Europa League. You got to put some respect on that. But then you got to remember they had Jose Mourinho then. Okay, they had Jose Mourinho when they won those trophies, and they got rid of him. What are United playing at? One of the greatest managers to ever step foot into England and in the Premier League, and they're just getting rid of him because, I don't know. FA Cup runners-up 2017-2018, Premier League runners-up 2017-2018, Premier League runners-up 2020-21, UEFA Europa League runners-up 2021, Football League Cup winners 22-23, and FA Cup runners-up 22-23. The League Cup was of course against Newcastle. Now you could argue and say, you know what? They've been runners-up for the Premier League 2 seasons, 2017-2018 and 2020-2021. And I say, yeah, okay, I agree with you, they have. But can you look me in the eye right now and tell me that Manchester United are anywhere near what they used to be? No. They are not anywhere near what they used to be. People want to play Manchester United now. Old Trafford is no longer a fortress. It's no longer the theatre of dreams. It's the theatre of screams. They are a terrible team. At this moment in time, they are a terrible team. And I would say, and I don't think anybody watching this video right now can disagree with me, but Manchester United are the first team that I've mentioned so far that I don't think deserve to be in the top 4. The only team who they've got a run-in against, and this is only based on trophies, right? Only based on the fact that they've actually won something, is Spurs. But technically, are they better than Spurs? I don't think so at the moment. I don't think they are. So United have won 3 trophies in the past 10 years. 2 were the League Cup and 1 was the FA Cup. Liverpool have won the Champions League, the UEFA Super Cup, the FIFA World Club Cup, the Football League Cup, the FA Cup, and we're not going to include the Community Shield. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over the last 10 years. Let's move on to Arsenal. Arsenal, Mikel Arteta, okay? Back in the day, it was always Arsene Wenger and it was frigging Sir Alex Ferguson. It was just those two. They were the greatest. Just like Klopp and Guardiola now, it was those two. Arteta, do I like him? Do I think he's a good manager? I think he's a decent manager, but I think he lacks experience. That's the biggest thing. I think he's a young manager. He learned under the best at Pep Guardiola. He's come into it with a big team. Now, in comparison to other managers who come in, for example, you've got your Frank Lampards and you've got your Steven Gerrards and your Wayne Rooney's. You know, they've been shocking. But Arteta's really come in and he's hit the ground running with Arsenal. He had maybe a struggle for a season or so, and then now he's right back up there. Do I think they'll win the league? I think it's a bit premature for them to win the league. I don't think they're good enough at this moment in time to win the league. So I do think that Arteta will bring glory to Arsenal. I do think eventually they will win something, whether that's the Premier League or the Champions League or the FA Cup or whatever. But I think they'll do really well. Now let's have a look at the honours that they've obviously got to their name, okay, since 2013. The FA Cup they won in 2013, 2014. We're not going to include the Community Shields, okay? The FA Cup they won again in 2014, 2015. The runners-up 2015, 2016 in the Premier League. FA Cup they won again on 2016, 2017. So that makes 3 trophies. Then the FA Cup again in 2019, 2020. That's 4 trophies. Community Shield we're not including. Premier League runners-up last season, of course. And Community Shield we're not including 2023. So they've won 4 major trophies since 2013. Which puts them automatically above Manchester United anyways. I do like what Arsenal are doing. I do like the likes of Gabriel Jesus, Bukayo Saka. What a player. If he came to Liverpool and replaced Salah, that would be a dream come true. But I don't think he will. Gabriel Martinelli, I think he's decent. He's a good player. Declan Rice, I absolutely adore. I had my doubts when Arsenal signed him, 100 million. I was like, no, this is not going to work. But what a fantastic player Declan Rice is. What can't the man do? William Saliba, I think ever since we've seen the likes of Virgil van Dijk, he's the closest thing in the Premier League to Virgil van Dijk, and he's 10 years younger. So what a signing they've got there. Now to Chelsea. Chelsea are great. Chelsea have always been great. They've had a couple of really bad seasons, maybe 3 really bad seasons in a row. But let's have a look at their stats. I just want to mention as well what Chelsea are doing, how they survive financial fair play. I have no idea. We know the City thing, but with Chelsea, come on, how much money have they spent? They spend for fun, and it's ridiculous. But yeah, let's have a look. So Football League Cup, they won in 2014-2015. Premier League, they won in 2014-2015. Premier League, they won again in 2016-2017. FA Cup, they won in 2017-2018. UEFA Europa League 2018-2019. We're not going to include Europa Leagues. UEFA Champions League 2020-21, UEFA Super Cup 2020-21, FIFA World Club Cup 2020-21, and then they were runner-up for the League Cup and FA Cup in 21-22. That's 7 major trophies. And then, yes, if you win the World Club Cup, you are the best club in the world. That's a major trophy. Very few teams have been able to accomplish that, okay, in the Premier League. So fantastic. Like, the more you argue against Chelsea, and as bad as they are right now, I really hope that they continue to decline, even though they're signing, crazy players at crazy expensive prices. Their honours just speak for themselves. They are fantastic. And if you want to go of recent history, 5 years, I'd say, okay, Liverpool are the closest challenge to Man City. But if you want to go over 10 years, then it has to be Chelsea. They've won more Premier Leagues. They've won more FA Cups. They really are. They are a good team. They're a fantastic team, and I think in mind they are part of the Big Four. They got some quality players. Cole Palmer, special mention for him because he's underrated. I think he's incredible, and for City to let him go, that's a madness right there because he's sick. He's such a sick player. Let's move on to Spurs, and I really feel sorry for Spurs. I really do feel sorry for Spurs. This season, are they great? They're good. They're decent this season, but I don't think they're as good as everyone's making out. Yes, they're playing well for Spurs, if that makes sense. For Tottenham Hotspur, they are playing, above the level of Tottenham Hotspur. I feel sorry for them that season when they could have potentially challenged City to the title and they lost to Chelsea. That was challenged Leicester to the title but lost to Chelsea. That was harsh. But obviously Leicester, what a season that was for them, and it was really a story that was the underdog story. Not even the underdog story. It was a miracle. It was literally a miracle. But Tottenham Hotspur, they've got no trophies since 2013, which is sad, given how well they've played and given the quality of player they've got. Heung-min Son, what a player! Possibly one of my favorite players in the Premier League that don't play for Liverpool. Absolute baller, like literally. Harry Kane, obviously, he's gone to Bayern Munich, probably the best striker in the world right now. Haaland's good, don't get me wrong, but Kane is magnificent. But it's harsh. Football League Cup runners-up 14-15, Premier League runner-up 16-17, UEFA Champions League runner-up obviously against Liverpool 2018-2019, League Cup runners-up 2020-21. And I really hope they do well, but just based on the fact and based on stats at this moment in time, they aren't part of the Big Four. Like, do you have to finish consistently in the top 4 to be part of the Big Four, or do trophies count? It goes back to that argument. If it's consistently in the top 4, do you have to finish? Then I'd say Spurs have a shout. Maybe they have a shout because they have consistently over the past 10 years finished there or thereabouts in the top 4. But when it comes to what have they actually won, and it's sad. If you're a Tottenham fan and you're watching this, it makes me sad. Like they really are a good team, and I really do like watching them play. Apart from that VAR robbery against Liverpool early on the season, that was an absolute disgrace. I really do love watching Tottenham Hotspur play, but they've just not won anything. So I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. But to conclude, I do think just on honours alone, and I'm not being biased against Manchester United, like respect where respect's due. They were they were incredible. They were incredible for such a long period of time. And do I think they're going to get back there? I honestly don't know. But every dog has its day. And Man United will somehow climb back to the top one day. Hopefully not in my lifetime. But, I don't think they make the top 4. In order, if I was to put out the top 4 right now, on current form right now, top four has to be Manchester City, Liverpool, Arsenal, and Chelsea. I think that would be my top four based on everything, based on stats, based on trophies, based on league table position. Now, if you tell me right now at this moment of time, based on this season or based on the very recent history, so you're looking at past 3 seasons, for example, my top four would change. My top four, the big four would be Man City, it'd be Liverpool, it'd be Arsenal, and it'd be Spurs. So those would be my top four at this moment of time. But if you go over the last 10 years, and can you call them the big four? I'd say the big four currently, big four. Most fans in the world probably. Okay, Manchester United, I've got a lot of fans. I'm not going to go there. But, you know, my personal big four would be Liverpool, City, not in this order. Liverpool, City, Arsenal, and Chelsea. What do you guys think? Does anybody, you know, if anybody wants to collab with me and anybody wants to debate this on a cross podcast view kind of a thing, let's go for it. But I honestly think those are the top four, and what a Premier League season we're having so far. I've just finished watching the City game and they won. Kevin De Bruyne came on for 20 minutes and absolutely destroyed Newcastle to win the game in the friggin' assisting in the 91st minute or something. Fantastic. But don't forget to like, don't forget to share, don't forget to subscribe. Gonna try and keep this consistent now. Hopefully, at some points in this show, you said, what the... Pikachu? Because it's the name of the show. See you soon.